Hey everyone, Saturn Dave here from Sega Saturn SHIRO, and I have another update video on Retrobit's wireless analog pro controller. With the help of Bo Bales, Memory Fallen on Twitter and X, I went back with that last video that I did. Went back and he, looked at the video. He added another little string of code to the action replay. We got it working. The air brakes work fine. Everything works fine. And then he went a step further and turned it into a patch that I was able to patch the game image, and now it works flawlessly with Retrobit's controller. The implications of this are huge because rather than fans having to go through and patch out every analog, every game that supports analog control, I think that Retrobit ought to be able to push out a firmware update to the control that'll basically send the appropriate, I don't know, basically Night of Dragon said they need to return a 1 for 100% when pressed, and that instead of a 0, and that will basically fix it. So I'm going to show you guys how this works, and I'm going to link in this video, I'm going to link below the Sega Extreme link so you guys can download the patch and patch Nights into Dreams. This works, at least currently, this works for the NTSC U version of Nights into Dreams, okay? But essentially, it's possible, it's theoretically possible to do this for other games. I would definitely wait and, hopefully Retrobit watches this, and if they have any questions, feel free to ask the folks in our fine community, Night of Dragon, Bo Bales, they know their stuff. And while it may seem it seems like it's a pretty easy fix, honestly. So here I haven't used any action replay or anything like that. I'm just doing typical Nights. Now look, here's the air brakes. They work perfectly. See, stops on a dime. I'm using the analog right here. I'll show you. Okay, so I'm not using digital. I am using the stick. Okay, it's working really good. It's very playable. All things considered, it's very playable. Let me try to get in here and play a little bit and show you guys what's possible with this controller. Again, as I've said, I've been very positive of the build quality on this controller. I've been very positive on the way it feels in your hands and just the responsiveness, the lack of overall latency. It's got latency, of course, just as any wireless controller does, but it's very, very, you can hardly notice it, and it's totally possible to play Nights, with this controller, so I'm happy. I still got to get used to the travel of the tiny little analog sticks, but I mean, that's okay. I can deal with that. This is gonna, if they can fix this, it's gonna make analog play, much more accessible for a lot of people, because as much as I love those 3D multi-controllers, they're just harder to find, and they are not cheap, and they're, they get worn out. It's a very proprietary design, so it's nice to have something that's like an alternative option. All right, yeah, so this isn't, I wouldn't say that this is like my best play, but I mean, hey, it's better than what I could do with I don't know, the King Kong controller I was doing. I was not doing this well with the wireless King Kong controller, so yeah, I'm super stoked about this. I would love to see what Peter thinks about it. Peter from Sega Saturn SHIRO. He's a higher scorer than I, and was definitely held a spot on the Nights into Dreams score attack page back in the day, and I would just be interested to see what he thinks about using this controller with Nights. I didn't get the link there. So yeah, the big thing to get used to is just how, the larger stick on the 3D control pad had so much more travel, and this one is so tiny that it doesn't have as much physical travel to it, so you just have to kind of your muscle memory is going to change, but It still works great. Gosh, I can't. So this is just more proof that the community comes to the rescue and is able to, you know, fix what's broken. Just amazes me that we have folks in the community who are able to do this kind of stuff, you know? Yeah, anyway, here's the ribbon stunt. I'll show you. Okay? So see? Look. You can do the ribbon stunts now, which is awesome. Because you need to be able to do the ribbon stunts, you know? Of course I didn't do very well there. But, that mostly just because I'm talking and focusing on explaining it to you guys. But look, check it out. Like, couldn't do this before, you know? And you know, it as far as I'm concerned, it like feels pretty much the same as it should, you know? Probably could do the ribbon glitch as well. I got a 10 there, and I didn't even use the glitch, so those shoulder triggers work actually pretty darn good. Anyway, huge shouts to Bo, Memory Fallen on Twitter and X. Check out his blog. He does a lot of reverse engineering of the Sonic Team games, including Burning Rangers, Nights into Dreams. He's done Sonic Jam. He's done mess around with Sonic 3D Blast, done a lot of cool stuff. Check out his blog, which is well, if you follow him on Twitter at Memory Fallen, there's a link to his Substack on there. So anyway, check it out. Link below if you want to patch Nights into Dreams yourself and give this a shot. If you have bought one of these, you know, I kind of have held off on my review because I don't want to just ream them for this one thing. I mean, I think there's a lot of great things about this controller, and I'm really happy that I have one, actually. And, you know, Pat got one too from SHIRO. So knowing that this is possible and that they could fix it with this firmware update will really go far to you know, make me feel really good about this thing. But anyway, until next time, this is Saturn Dave reminding you guys that you must play your Sega Saturn. Never stop, and share the love of Saturn with friends, and hope you guys have a happy new year. Until next time, peace.